Basic Project Management Training course. This course will be divided up into 8 separate modules in which we will cover a variety of project management topics. The first thing we have to do is think about why we want to do this training. Firstly, project management training should link with your business or organization's strategy. Throughout the world, there has often been a case of a history of inconsistent project delivery. One of the purposes of this course is to help improve project delivery to the very best global industry standards, in order to maintain a consistent approach in project management and delivery using a modified and tailored approach to the PRINCE2, or otherwise known waterfall methodology. Once complete, it would be ideal to have the training rolled out across the business or organization in order to provide full group-wide standardization. It should also have the support and commitment by the leadership team of your business. It will ensure that we have full access to post-training help and support, post-training completion, and demonstrate a commitment to personal development and empowerment, while striving for continuous improvement within your business or organization. And finally, that will allow growth and business maturity. Let's discuss a case study of the bridge. In this example, the bridge you see was built in the early part of the 18th century. And until the bridge was built, the only way to get goods and commodities from one side of the river to the other was via barge or boat. So the purpose of building the bridge was to get goods and commodities across the river quicker and more efficiently in order to derive the benefits of cost and revenues. The mayor of the town that was located on one side of the bank of the river decided that he wanted to build the bridge as quick as possible. And so he arranged for the same group of engineers and architects and planners to be both sides of the bridge. He would have 2 equal teams building the bridge from both banks of the river and meet in the middle. But you can see what's going to happen. When they met in the middle, the bridge just didn't align. It was quite a few feet apart. And the only situation to remedy that would be to start again. So they lost the benefits of revenue generation or any cost reductions but that by having the bridge built in the first place would have delivered. This was obviously not a good situation. Let's roll forward a number of years and talk about the tunnel. Many of you might recognize this as the tunnel that links the UK with France, the Channel Tunnel. The Channel Tunnel was also built starting on both sides of the Channel, in France and in the UK. They too had the same engineers, the same builders, the same planners on both sides of the Channel, digging away furiously to build the tunnel. But when they met in the middle, it aligned almost perfectly. So what was the difference, I ask you? Yes, you're absolutely right. There was an improvement in technology, and there was an improvement in processes and procedures, as well as communications. But more than anything else, the difference between the bridge and the tunnel was that the tunnel had project management at its core. Let's turn our attention now to an introduction of project management. When faced with any new piece of work, it should have a definite start and end dates, and it should seek to achieve some sort of business objective or benefit. It can often be helpful to think of it as being a project. So whether new to the team or an old hand, the following questions are often the first that come to mind. Where do I begin? Where do I start? What do I do now? It is often chaos. But managing any project has often been described as juggling. It is very, very hard to keep all the balls in the air at the same time, whilst catching them all as they fall. It's also very difficult at first, but the more you practice, the better you become, and pretty soon it becomes like second nature to you. The whole purpose of this course and presentation is to provide all colleagues with a handy framework or portfolio of processes, procedures, and templates by which they can effectively manage, control, and monitor their assigned and agreed projects from start to finish. Like all project management methodologies, such as PRINCE2, the process documented in this guide has been designed to be agile, flexible, and most importantly, tailored in its approach. It will definitely not cover every eventuality or occurrence within your project's lifecycle, nor will it be able to provide you with the answers to every risk and issue that may occur along the way. But it is intended to provide you with the basic building blocks to do three things. Firstly, to align the management of your projects with other team members against your current business work stack, and seek clarity of priority, timescale, and resource. 2. It will offer you a basic tailored structure upon which to manage and control your projects. And finally, 3. It will help facilitate a common sense approach and an easy to follow step-by-step process. This process will be fundamentally based on PRINCE2 and the APM, or Association of Project Management. These methodologies, together with a little bit of Agile thrown in and some Scrum, and most importantly, a little bit of my own experience in project managing many projects over many, many years. So let's start our course with exercise 1, projects. Either individually or as pairs or in a group, describe a real-world example of a simple project you've been involved with outside of work and how you managed it. What was the project? What did you want to achieve? How did you go about it? What were your objectives? And what did the project deliver? Spend about 5 or 10 minutes working through this, and when complete, restart the video and be prepared to move on to Module 2.